You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fucking fight back. You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south. You're never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fucking fight back.
Hey guys, what is up? I'm back to my own microphone. I'm back to the Blue Yeti. So just let me know how I sound and everything is back. Let me know how I sound in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Got a lot to talk about. The NBA Finals start tomorrow. The Pick and Roll podcast is tomorrow at 5 p.m. Make sure you tune in tomorrow at 5. The draft is coming up. It's coming up very, very quickly. So we got a lot to talk about with the Sixers draft, who they should take, who they should not take, etc. and etc. So yeah, let's just get this started. Now let's just start with NBA Finals. Right? Let's start off with the NBA Finals tomorrow. The Indiana Pacers are taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. I will not be live for that game tomorrow. I will be live for it on Sunday. That is right. On Sunday, I will be live for Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Not tomorrow. Game 2 on Sunday. So, you guys are pretty much wondering who I got winning this. Right? Who do I have and how many games and why I think I believe that this certain team is going to win. So, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, right? This team has been doing great all year long, consistent, time in, time again. This is a team well built from beginning, from top to bottom. It took them years to do it. Cam Presti is one of the best GMs that I've ever seen in my life. Um, this team made it to the finals in 2012. They lost to the Miami Heat. So I think you guys know where I'm going, right? I think you guys know. But shout out to Indiana Pacers, though, really quick. Shout out to Indiana Pacers because they're the true underdog story, right? They're the true underdog. Everybody was counting them out from the get-go. I thought there would be a nice, um, I thought there would be a nice sneaky threat, and boy, was I right. My God, Indiana, the fastest offensive team in the league for the last 3 years. Indiana Pacers, they know how to play. The teams are good, really, really deep in the roster. The coach, Rick Carlisle, is creative rotations. He's a future Hall of Fame coach. He might already be in, but you got to give a shout out to Miles Turner, who's actually, oh, Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, who's actually the Eastern Conference MVP, which I still think that should have gone to Tyrese Halliburton after how well Halliburton played, but they gave it to Pascal Siakam. So I'm not mad at that. It's my opinion. They should have gone to that. What is up, David? What is up, Ryan? Make sure you guys hit that like. Make sure you guys hit that like and notification bell. Make sure you subscribe. Especially for tomorrow's pick and roll. Pick and roll episode tomorrow is going to be good. It's going to be very, very good tomorrow. So, yeah, that was the Indiana Pacers, man. They really did their thing throughout this season as an underdog and everything. Shout out to Indiana Pacers. My guy Dame is in the chat. Our true normal guy. So I'm just gonna say it now. I got Thunder. I got the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think Halliburton should steal one or maybe even the bench. A role player will step up in one of these games and give Indiana a win or two. But I am going with the Oklahoma City Thunder in 16. I am going with the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think it's going to be very good. Top to bottom, stack, got everything. I don't understand all the BJX people, our fan base. Hold on. I need to go here. There you go. Even though if we lose Grimes, why do we need a new small guard? We don't need small guards. We need forwards and big men. So whenever you see BJS go, basically they want them for the athleticism. Pretty much. They want BJS going for the athleticism for his own mostly. But he barely can shoot that thing. He can score. He got all intangibles of a future Kevin Durant, a future Paul George, the prime Paul George. But yeah, I'm going with Ace Bailey on that one. No, hey, oh, baby guy, not baby guy. Hey, baby guy. We got OKC in 5. We're checking out NBA TV Finals here today. You sound muffled. Guys, my voice is choppy. I can't understand you. Um, I gotta move this. I'm gonna try something because I'm trying to go with this. If not, I'll switch to that. How about now? How about now? Is this good, guys? Is this good right here? If this is not good, I'm going to the headset. Is this good right here? Understand you. Is this good right here? Hello. Test, test. If this is good, then I'm good. If not, I gotta change to my other headset. Yep. This is better. Is this better, guys? It's not on a good angle then. Game, is this better? Test, test, test. Is this good? Anyways, yeah, I'm definitely going with Ace Bailey. I've been watching him for like a year or two now. Not a lot of people know that. keep it safe to say, but yeah. Can you restate your yeah. So my VJ Edstone comment was that whoever really wants him is more for athleticism, right? It's more for the high flashy dunks, for the takedown blocks, and all that. So they basically want a young athletic player who can make a difference, but they mostly want for an athletic guy. And that's what I see BJX come to be. A really athletic guy with you need athleticism, don't get me wrong. You need some young athletic people, young athletic players, but Ace Bailey is the better fit. It's definitely the better fit. And it's smaller. Look how many guards we have, right? Look how many guards we have. McCain, Maxey, Grimes, Edwards. Look how many guards we have. Give me a forward or value watch. I'll even take the value watch. I'll even take um Queen. I'm showing them playing for the Queen. Derek Queen. I'll either take one of those. Trey Johnson's an elite. They were Tom Nepal from Duke. They elite shooters, but we need scorers. We need someone who can step up in the time and in the matter, and that's what Ace Bailey can do. So that is why. So, man, I'm gonna get some getting used to. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's rumors that the Sixers are interested in value watching Trey Johnson instead of taking the easy way out. You know, take Ace Bailey at least one. This is where all the rumors come to play. This is where all the rumors gather. You see this article, that article, wherever, and you just got to think to yourself, fit or superstar potential? Who do you go with? Superstar potential or fit? I'm getting noise. What do you mean I'm getting noise? Should I actually go back to my other headset? I can try this another time. What do you mean I'm getting noise? I should just go to another headset, shouldn't I? But yeah, give me H Bailey with that to fit over superstar potential for me. We're in a spot where we don't need potential. We need a win right now. And H Bailey fits the timeline. He fits the team structure. Everything's good with H Bailey. Seriously, everything's good with H Bailey. I would not trade the pick. I would not trade the pick. No. If you really want to trade the pick, then why? Why do you want to trade the pick? I just don't understand that. You really wanted Kevin Durant for 1 year? For 1 year. You really wanted Kevin Durant for 1 year? Thoughts on the Thibodeau firing? I called it from the get go. Me and my buddy were talking about this for like a week now during the series actually, and I was like, dude, they don't advance. Why? That Tibbs gets fired. Look at the rotation. Look at like yes, it's the first time he's come to finals, but the way that they lost badly, it had to be. It had to be done. In my opinion, Tom Thibodeau, or Dick Thibodeau, if you get that joke, Tom Thibodeau, I, he's overrated. I really think he's overrated. Look what he's done in his career. I really think he's overrated. I'm not trading the pick for anything. It'll be another Jason Tatum scenario. Dude, I agree 1000%. There is no way I would trade this. There's no way I'm going to trade this. No. The Sixers paid accidentally for this pick. And look, got the pick. Now you want to trade it? I don't trust Daryl Morey. I do not trust Daryl Morey at all. So I do like his drafting for the Sixers, right? Maxey, McKinney, Bona, Edwards, I can go on and on. I like his drafting, but it's not it's not the best for the team. Honestly, if we take a pick between Jeff Bailey, I'm done with being a Sixers fan. This organization makes too many errors. Dude, it's just like the front office. It is like, did you ever see the movie Draft Day? Did you ever see the movie Draft Day game? It's like in the beginning of the movie, right? Spoiler alert if you guys haven't seen this movie. It's like in the beginning of the movie. Remember he trades 3 first for the first overall pick? That's something Daryl Morey would do. But at the end of the movie, he got those picks back. So it's like Daryl Morey would never do that. I think they Oh, I'm not even using that. I'm using this, dude. I'm using this. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not even using that, dude. Yeah, I'm using the microphone here. Let me just toss that there. Okay. Your sound is muffled. Muffled. All right. Let me go to the other one. Hey, is that better? I sound better. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this. I just wanted to bring an old microphone back just to try it, but hey, it worked the other day for my Fly Like an Eagle stream. It worked there, not here. So, hey, we're gonna stick with this from now on. We're gonna stick with this. So, thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm gonna move this out of the way now. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna move this out of the way so I get more room. There we go. Perfect. All right. So where was I? Yeah, we're not gonna trade the pick. It's much better. I'm just gonna stick with this then. I'm gonna stick with this. Damn, I really like the other microphone. Well, live and learn. I couldn't hear any of your takes. All right, let me go back to some of the takes here. Okay, let me go back. Come on, plug in, charger. All right, let's go back to some of my takes. Okay, let's go on with the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Indiana Pacers. NBA Finals, which starts tomorrow, Game 1. I will be streaming the game Sunday, Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Not tomorrow. I'll be streaming Game 2 on Sunday. So, for me, who do I got winning? I think it's pretty self-explanatory right now. You look at 2 teams, who's more dominant? Which team was more dominant from beginning season to end? Who doubted the Thunder team to win, to not get to the finals? This team is perfectly built. So for me, I'm going with the Oklahoma City Thunder in 6. I got Thunder in 6, guys. I got the Oklahoma City Thunder in 6. So there's that. Getting fired like crazy. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about that on the pick and roll tomorrow. We're going to talk about that on the pick and roll for sure, because I got a lot to say about that. What is up, Butterfly? How's it going? You rooting for the Pacers? I got the Oklahoma City Thunder winning this. it'll be a good series, hopefully. But yeah. So for me, 13 likes. Yeah, get that up to 20, guys. Get that up to 20. All right. You're going Pacers in 6. What makes you? Why are you sticking to Pacers in 6? I'm just curious. Halftime lost the bet. He did not lose a bet. He just got a prediction wrong. Guys, it's just a man can be right or wrong, but it's more funny when he's wrong. It's more funny when he's wrong. I don't know why, but yeah. So I got the Oklahoma City Thunder in 6. Now let's go to the draft, and I got the Sixers not trading the pick. I think they should take Ace Bailey out of Rutgers with 3rd overall pick. They should not trade the pick. Who is the next new coach? Don't know yet. We don't know. There's been rumors, there've been like betting odds and stuff, but yeah, the odds and stuff. So that's happened. The Phoenix Suns got a new head coach today. They got the assistant coach from the Cleveland Cavaliers to be their head coach. Like coaching left, it's a carousel of coaches. Halftime owes me a Wawa soda. Damn, I wish I betted him something. Damn it. I wish I could get something. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Jay Wright, he's in the talks, but I think he's going to stay retired. He's been retired for how long now? Like 5 years, give or take. And he doesn't want to go back to basketball. I think he just wants to spend time with his family and all that. I could definitely see it. I could definitely see them getting Jay Wright because if you guys don't know, I went to school with Leon Rose's daughter in my area. So they're the whole family is close to Jalen Brunson, the whole Nova team, Jay Wright. So I told everybody that they were going to trade for Mikal Bridges at some point down the line, and they did. They gave up too many picks for him, but I could definitely see them hiring Jay Wright as their head coach. I could definitely see it, but that's not the first option. I turn off any mock drafts that had Sixers taking PJ Ekstrom. The PSLY Sports Guys section. What do they say? I don't watch any of their stuff really. I don't. Why aren't? Well, we basically are not friends anymore. Lives in New York City, pretty much. So we talk like very, very rare. But yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to try something. It's not with the headphones. I'm keeping the headphones the way it is. The hell? Here we go. That's better. I think he's engaged too, I think. He's engaged too. So, yeah. So, VJ Ekstrom, I don't see it at all. If we get VJ Ekstrom at 3, I would not be mad. If we get Trey Johnson at 3, I would not be mad. Manu Watts at 3, I would not be mad. I just want Ace Bailey at 1. That is who I want. At first, I wanted Dylan Harper, but then as the draft lottery fell, it looks like he's going to go to the Spurs. No, I don't. I think he is engaged, I think. Yeah. So, Ace Bailey, like, Colin Kneppel out of Duke, right? Very, very, very good shooter. And the Sixers could always use more shooting. Is that in the cards? Definitely. I don't think he's one of the best I don't think he's a very good defender. He's average at best. So this is why, again, I want Ace Bailey. Paul George can mentor him for him to be even better than Paul George. Paul George is so bad that I want him to mentor somebody to have that person be better than him. Chad. What is up, Chad? Yeah. Oh, I forgot to change the bottom thing. There we go. That's better. So, guys, let me know if you ask me about anything with the NBA, Sixers, and stuff like that. Pogsworth is old and molded. What is up, Vegas? What is up, man? What is up? Vegas, have you ever thought about doing like a Celtics podcast or something? Have you ever thought about that? I think you'll be good at that, dude. I seriously think you'll be good at that. Yeah, you should do that. Or just like an NBA podcast. Why not? So, yeah, we're going to do mock drafts. We're going to do a mock draft later on in the show here. We're going to do a mock draft later on in the show, if I remember. Knowing me, in one ear out the other. Dang, typo, I meant moldy. I know what you meant. Hey, Timothy. What is up, bro? Timothy Santiago. Sixers like the Dallas Cowboys, LOL. Hey, Sixers, they're still more. They basically are. Just don't have time, though. Understandable. You'll be really good at it, dude, especially with your college stuff. Dude, you will be really good. Just give it more thought. Give it more thought. And if you need any help with it, I'm here. So I think you will definitely be good at it. The Knicks may have interest in Dallas head coach, Mavericks head coach Jason Kidd and Ime Udoka. Yeah, they also have an interest in Steve Nash. They got interest in everybody. But hey, I'm curious on who they're gonna hire, who they're gonna sign as their head coach. I'm curious. So, yeah. Speaking of Kevin Durant earlier, Kevin Durant is most likely going to get traded before the trade deadline or the draft. It looks like he's going to be traded before the draft. To the Sixers? No. I love the Dallas Cowboys. There's nothing funny about it. Hey, Timothy, hit that like and subscribe for me, bro. Sixers are still better than Jerry Jones. Too damn cheap. CS. KD to the Spurs. I think KD will go to the Rockets, and the Spurs, I don't know who they're going to get, but I think Giannis is going to go to Miami. Miami or stay in Milwaukee. One of the two. I don't see KD going to the Spurs. I don't. Unless he like demands it. If he demands it, be like, yo, I want to go to Spurs. No other place. I want to go to Spurs. How about this team? No. Spurs. That team? You want to go to Orlando? No. Nice weather, but I want to go to San Antonio. Like, yeah. I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be live for the draft. Me and a couple of the Hardcore Sports Network guys, I think. Hot take. Sixers are better off than the Knicks because they can draft influential franchise cornerstone player at 3 and got a future. Then yeah, the Knicks, man, they screwed themselves over with the Mikal Bridges trade with all those picks. Goodbye. Brooklyn owns their future. Yeah, so I definitely agree with that. They're definitely more prepared. Pacers land in OKC after weather direct flight. All right. Game 1 tomorrow. Who's going to be watching the game tomorrow? I will, but I will not be streaming it. Follow me on Twitter or be in my Discord server so we can talk about the game. we will never know. KD could go to the Bulls because Lonzo Ball can't stay healthy with them. Speaking of your Bulls, Chad, they're thinking about giving Lonzo Ball an extension, dude. 2 years, 20 mil or something like that. I forget how much, but they're looking to give Lonzo Ball an extension. That we got further than the Knicks when we made a league. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing about the Knicks. The New York Knicks only prepared to beat the Boston Celtics, not to win the NBA Finals. They put all their thoughts and strategy into beating the Boston Celtics. And then once the Indiana Pacers came to town, they could not stop their offensive game. They were not prepared for them at all. They were mostly prepared for the Boston Celtics. They were the juggernaut. They got eliminated. They won the championship last year. That was their goal, to eliminate the Boston Celtics. The New York Knicks were not prepared, and that's under Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau should have been more prepared for the Indiana Pacers and not look over them. That's basically what they did. That is basically what they did. And that is why Tom Thibodeau got fired. Only prepared for Boston. They were not prepared for Indiana. It was a very close series. Don't get me wrong, a very, very close series. But they just could not get the job done. They weren't prepared for it, dude. They were not prepared for it. So that's the way I look at it. I'm gonna clip that. That's good. NBA offseason 2025. SGA, Jokic, Luka among top. Nice. Thank you for that. It's a good thing. Knicks are in Cancun with us. Yeah. 14 likes. Let's get up to 20. I won't be watching the game tomorrow. Going to watch my 13-year-old nephew take down my old high school. Wait, he's in high school baseball at 13? Did I read that right? So, yeah, the Knicks only prepared to beat Boston and not the Indiana Pacers. Okay. So, yeah. Can the off season just come fast? Can the draft just come faster? Please, that's all I want. I want the NBA draft to come faster, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's at the end of the month. Hey, my guy Malik. What is up, bro? Pacers, that offense is fun to watch when ran right. You are definitely not wrong, Malik. You are definitely not wrong, because the Indiana Pacers were the fastest team in the NBA for the last 3 years. For the last 3 years, they were the highest scoring team in the NBA, and no one could stop them on fast break points and transition. That's what happened in New York. New York takes the game slow and methodical. When you look at Indiana, run and gun, baby. Run and gun. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And they have a deep bench. McConnell, etc. They have a deep bench. And they have a great supporting cast around Halliburton, Turner, and Siakam. Hold on, I feel a sneeze coming. I feel a sneeze. Or not. The hell? What did I just click? Pacers got the deepest bench. Any of the players can go off. Yep, exactly. This finals is basically depending on the bench. It's dependent on the bench, the role players. Indiana Pacers assistant Lloyd P is taking lessons for next opportunity as a head coach, walking alongside Rick Carlisle in Indiana. Pierce wants, yeah, I think he could be a very good head coach. I think he could be a very good head coach. Knicks are the champions of beating Boston. Golf clap. No, he is only in 7th grade, but he's visiting my old school, which I hope my nephew hits over. He's in some. So middle school at your field? OKC defense fast, Pacers fast offense, style to make matches in flights. Yep. Pierce to the Knicks, I could definitely see that. Are they gonna change the street named after Tibbs? They gotta change the whole roster. They're gonna make some big changes. The New York Knicks, I feel like they're gonna make a big trade, a blockbuster trade. Maybe Cat gets traded or something. I could definitely see them making a big trade because I know Leon Rose, and he's all about competition, making the team better, and he just wants to be the best. That's who Leon Rose is. Knicks have no good picks in the draft. They have pick 50. Yeah, and no one has. Who has pick 69 if he even goes that far? I don't even know. Mitch, do you want? You know, my buddy was asking me this the other day, and I went with Yang. He's like, I agree, but I'm fine with either one. I'm fine with either. What about you, Game? I'm good with either. Do you think the Pacers can beat OKC for the upset? Anything can happen, man, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to that, dude. Yeah, I got OKC in 6. What is up, AK? And by the way, guys, breaking news: the Hardcore Sports Network is officially on Kick. I just created it, so if you guys want to follow us on Kick, I'm about to put the link in the chat right now. If you guys want to follow us on Kick, here we are. Hardcore Sports Network is officially on Kick. So make sure you guys create a Kick account and follow us there. We're right there. We're right there. We're going to go live on Kick throughout the week. I think we're going live tonight, actually. Butterfly, Chad. I want Yang, but Bona better develop that 3-ball and become. If he becomes a power forward and it's stretched big, that would be huge, dude. That would be big. Pause. That would be such a good move for the Sixers. Wait, I clicked that. There we go. Yeah. But guys, again, follow the Hardcore Sports Network on Kick. We got a lot of shows coming on Kick this coming week. So make sure. What the heck is Kick? Chad, Kick is like Twitch. It's just another streaming platform. But the algorithm is much better over there. So I recommend you guys create a Kick account and follow us on Kick. I really recommend that. A big Bona would be nice. Pause. That was a good pause. But Bona. This is a thing, right? I would not mind Mally Watts, but doesn't that push Bona down in the roster, in the rotation? If we get Mally Watts, there would be good competition there for the backup 2, and we could take a lot of backup 2s right now. Backup centers, because you guys know Joel Embiid and his history, his health, all that shit. You guys know what Joel Embiid is like, so. I did say legendary. I did. Watch Blaze come in and be like, you owe me money. Oh, I thought it was someone else. No. Kick is a streaming. Here, I'll show you guys the screen right now. I'll show you. So yeah, this is our kick account, guys. I still gotta fix this once it works. But yep, here we go. So this is our kick account, guys. So make sure you guys follow us on Kick. Katie to the Wolves. I said that before. I said that before to a friend of mine because Anthony Edwards and KD, they're very, very tight. They are good friends. They are bros, etc. I just don't know what does Minnesota have to give up. What can they give up? They might have to put Randall in that trade. But Randall was such a good piece for them in the postseason, except for the last game. The last game, he put up a goose egg. So, kind of like the Cowboys, a goose egg. Yeah. I would love Katie to the Wolves. I definitely would love that. You have Katie, Edwards, and Gobert. Gobert sucks. He's overrated, but I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind that. Guys, we got 9 people in the chat right now. Make sure you hit that like. Hit that like, guys. Hit that like. We only got 15. I thought kick meant to kick halftime in the ass. No. Why does everyone want to kick halftime? Why does everyone want to kick halftime? Like, I just don't understand it. You guys are happy when he's wrong. You guys are happy that you want to kick him in the ass. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Wait, hold on. What was this? Oh, guys, there's just one player I want to trade for the Sixers. One player, but I do not want to give up our draft pick. If we could somehow, if we could get somehow Cameron Johnson from the Brooklyn Nets here, I already talked about it in my reaction video, but if the Sixers could get Cameron Johnson, they're offering Cam Johnson in a 19th pick. Honestly, if I don't want to trade the 3rd overall pick, I do not. So if that's off the table, I would go for that. I would trade for Cameron Johnson. But if the 3rd pick is on the table, no. No, I would not trade for Cameron Johnson if the 3rd pick is on the table. I would not. Too old and too injury prone. Isn't Cameron? Hold on. Hold on a sec. Too. He's 29. He's younger than me. The team that I heard last night, Sparkling, is speaking to somebody pretty close to the KD situation with KD to keep your eye out is the Spurs. Okay. You have KD, Wemby, and De'Aaron Fox. Oh my God. I would trade up like I may not even go that far. Honestly. Look, it's gonna be Sixers gotta take all the offers, man. They gotta take all the offers here. And not take them, hear them out. They're gonna hear out all the rumors and stuff. So And Castle, right. And Stefan Castle. The Spurs are rebuilding the right way. Hey, Jorge. What is up? Hit that like. Hit that like, man. Hey, Coach Ed. What is up, Coach? How's it going, man? How's it going? How you feeling? Most important. How you feeling? So, you're fine? Appreciate that. That is great, man. That is great. Okay. Get Connor. Basically, like, are those your only two options? I'm good, man. I am good. The Hardcore Sports Network, Coach, is officially on Kick. So yeah, we're gonna be streaming the Kick starting tomorrow with the pick and roll. Yeah, we're officially on Kick. Kick is like Twitch if you guys don't know, but it's just another platform. Yeah, officially on Kick. Oh man, I think there was a video I wanted to damn, there was a video I wanted to react to. I think. Let's see, where is it? NBA. Cat Sports. There we go. All right, you guys ready? We're gonna do a reaction video right now. We're gonna react to a mock draft here. Updated 2000. Hold on, let me fix. Hey Blaze, how's it going, bro? How's it going, man? So this is NBC Chat Sports, NBA Chat Sports. Updated 2025 NBA mock draft, NBA draft rumors. The volume is up. Let's go. They better have taken Ace Bailey here. They better have taken Ace Bailey with the third pick. Let's see here.
We are in the month of June, which means it's NBA draft month, and it's time for an updated and fresh mock draft as we approach the NBA draft. I am Nick Roloff. This is Chat Sports NBA Now, and we're going to jump right into it, and we aren't going to try to act like there's going to be any surprises.
Oh, okay, here we go.
This is the fourth mock draft I've done. The rest of the prospects, if we're
all right, so the first two are there. Okay, Duke, Harper.
Going to be honest, Harper, a blend of Cade Cunningham. Cooper Flag has been comped to Kawhi Leonard, Scottie Pippen, everything in between. Either way, both of these guys.
Cooper Flag's been compared to Kawhi Leonard? That's the first time I've ever heard that. That is the first time I've ever heard that.
Guys could be worthy of being number one picks. Only one of them will be, but the other, I believe, will be going to the Spurs, and that's likely Dylan Harper. Well, I'm going to drop an NBA.
All right, let me get to the chat real quick. I trade down for a VJ, Trey. Yeah, I need a pick with those. Yeah, I did too, Coach. I did too. Yeah, bro, I've been burning. Are you serious? My God. You're all right, dude? Pumpers, Bailey, or bust? Kawhi, yay! The Claw resigns.
Big board coming up soon, but I need your help to release it. I've had this.
Well, there you go. There you go. I said specific. Why? Why? I mean, I'm not mad, but we don't need a guard.
Likes? So help me out. Let's get there on today's show. I've had this connection for most of the pre-draft process because I believe that Daryl Morey prefers VJ Edgecombe over a player like Ace Bailey. I also think he's a better fit for that 76ers roster.
I'm going to hear him out.
slide him in right to that 2-guard spot in between Tyrese Maxey and Paul George. Edgecombe could come in and be an elite point of attack defender from day one and be more of an off-ball.
So he had Jeremy King coming off the bench as a 6-man. He's basically there for defense to help Maxey out, basically. But no, we don't need more guards.
Cutter be a transition scorer as he hones in his offensive craft. I think Edgecombe to Philly just makes the most sense. Now, I wouldn't be that upset if they actually took the guy I have going to Charlotte here, which was Trey Johnson, the guard.
Wait. Here's um 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 what so I can see why. Dude, I have 90 people to download or create and edit 50. Oh my god. Trash. His takes are trash, I agree. Dude doesn't know the Sixers very well and he's counting McCain out. Y'all don't need a guard. Don't underestimate McCain minus the TikTok. He's actually going live now. He's actually going to be live streaming a lot more now. He obviously doesn't think Bailey will pan out. Many are in the same boat, but he said but.
Guard from Texas. The more I think about it, the more I just don't think the Ace Bailey and 76ers fit makes sense. Like if you look at their roster, they need a 2-guard. And I know you shouldn't be drafting solely on needs, but when you compare.
We don't need a 2-guard. We do not need a 2-guard. No.
Johnson, Edgecombe, Bailey, I think they all could be the 3rd best player in this class. Like, I think it's going to be the.
And Utah gets a steal. Utah gets a steal. Him? That's the Lauri Markkanen though? Okay.
Top 5. Now, maybe you see a Con Kneppel. Maybe you see a Jeremiah Fierce catch up to one of these guys. But I truly believe Johnson going to Charlotte as that 2-guard in between Brennan Miller and LaMelo Ball makes a lot of sense, assuming they keep LaMelo.
I think we all
do.
And
then Ace Bailey can be that wing scorer that they need in Utah, connecting that front court for Bailey, Kessler, Markkanen, and then the backcourt of Fitz.
All right, who you got as 6?
Draft. I want to know which player you think is a better prospect. We're not going to do Edgecombe and Bailey. How about let's do Trey Johnson and Ace Bailey? Type TJ.
All right, let's look at the comment section here. Anyone say AB here? Anyone say AB? Dude, most of these comments are from Cat Sports. Sixers could pick Ace. Thank you. No, get Ace. It's like TJ. TJ, what? All right, enough of the comments.
If you think it's Trey Johnson, type AB if you think it's Ace Bailey. I think Kaman Malawach, to me, makes more and more sense for the Wizards at 6. Most of you might say, well, they drafted Alex Sarr last year at number 2.
McCain, Larry, Gordon, Council.
And how he was used late in the year.
How many guards do we need, right?
Right?
You commented?
Malawach comes in, that rim-protecting, rim-running center to be the front court duo partner with
Malawach to Washington. Okay.
Sarr, you move Bilal Coulibaly to the 3, Keyshawn George coming off the bench, and you have your backcourt of Jordan Poole and Bub Carrington. I really like the fit for Malawach and the Wizards at 6. Pelicans, if they keep this pick at 7, I think it would be smart for them to go Con Kneppel. They need a lot, but Kneppel probably the...
Yeah, that makes most sense there. What is up, Alexander? Dude, let me see here. Let me look back. Let's see here. Why do Miami fans keep on mocking Edgecombe going to Philly? They must be jealous and know We have like 8 guards. We don't need more. We need forwards and wings. I just responded.
Like third highest floor in this draft class. Like there's no doubt that he's just going to be a really good NBA player. Plays
Yeah.
off 2 feet well, shoots the lights out of the basketball. You put him in there with Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, if they keep these guys. So maybe some fierce floor in this draft to me is the Brooklyn Nets. There's buzz.
My friend had fears going to 9. My friend had fears going to 9.
About him maybe going as high as 5 to the Jazz. To me, he either goes 5th to Utah or he goes 8th to Brooklyn. There's no in between. The electrifying true freshman from Oklahoma gets to the free throw line a lot, can finish, big time player, high usage rate for the Sooners. Fears new guard in Brooklyn makes a lot of sense. I'll have Kasparas Yakachonis going to Toronto here. They have RJ
I'm not
Barrett.
going to watch
Both
this
of
whole
those
thing.
players could be on the
I'm
move
just gonna
this
skim.
offseason, and so could this pick, if we're going to be honest. They've been linked to Giannis Antetokounmpo,
So he has going to Portland there. Derek Queen to Chicago. I actually like that. I like that. You can put Vucevic at the 4. I actually like that. Carter Bryant, Spurs. Oh my God. Let's see here. Richardson. Fleming going to Nets. Damn it. Huh. Coward. That's a funny name. Let's see here. There he is. There's my guy. Danny Wolf to Indiana. Okay. I thought he would go up a little bit higher. But let's see. Crayon. Alright, Cal. Oh, okay. Let's see. And that's it. I was gonna react to the whole thing, but it's just like a bunch of bland. I think Daryl Morey's gonna mess it up. I don't blame you. I don't know why I was thinking that. He's not a very good defender. No more. He has a very good track record here. Yeah, but it trades for a star. It's saying at Kentucky. Oh really? He's saying at Kentucky? There you go. I have a friend who really likes his game. I'm 90% sure. Gotta take Ace. I'm not taking Edgecombe on that, especially with this take. Hell no. Hell no. Is there another mock draft you guys know? That I could just No, he was undrafted. He was undrafted, Arco. You saw one today? Is that it? Yeah. Oh wait, I think I found one. Yeah, I found one. I found one. I got one. Yeah, I got one. I got one. Alright. Hoop Intellect, guys. If you guys haven't heard of them, basketball channel, of course, make sure you give them a subscribe.
What's good, everybody? I'm Keandre, this is Hoopin' and welcome back to the channel. Now, we just passed the early entrant deadline for college players, which was a sad day for the strength of this class, and we also had the combine a couple weeks ago, so we've got plenty to talk about and update in this one, especially towards the end of this board. Now, I'm still a little bit undecided between some players towards the top. We'll talk about some of those details, and also the tiers are back in this one, so hopefully that adds a little context to where I'm at on everything. But
There
yeah,
we go.
be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go ahead and get into it. Cooper Flagg is of course the #1 player on the board and in a tier by himself in this class. And now that we do, now you guys obviously with the riding a little jump in. #2 in this class. I just think he has the best combination of all-around creation, playmaking, and size outside of Cooper Flagg. Now that's obviously
Okay.
not controversial, but I know some are more skeptical in him becoming a better shooter, which I think is a reasonable concern. I just personally rather bet on him improving his flaws than any of the other options. Now the Spurs being at #2 made things a little weirder than I would have anticipated, but he's a level above the others that he'll end up being a pick there. Now, it obviously won't blow you away, but VJ Edgecombe measuring in at about 6'5".
Why is everyone going to VJ Edgecombe at 3? Why? Another one? The hell? This is the second one in a row.
And shoes with a plus wingspan did him well in terms of retaining top draft status. I think his combination of defensive activity, athleticism, and projectable skills as a spot shooter, passer, and downhill threat make him one of the most intriguing prospects in the class. Now, I don't think he's this surefire star and think the questions about his handle and pull-up are certainly worth considering and weighing with the other options, but I think he impacts winning and his upside is as appealing as anyone after the top 2. Ace Bailey remains one of the most interesting prospects we've seen the last several years. He's a big-time shot maker at 6'8", 6'9", with great tools on defense, and that's a very easy.
Remember, he's not 6'8", 6'9". He's actually 6'7". If you guys see my one reaction video, you'll get it.
Easy sell, but he has some big questions in his decision making and overall ability to create more than just tough pull-ups. Now, I do like his confidence and think it's necessary for achieving anything this competitive, but I would be a little concerned in his willingness to attack his weaknesses and play a role on a team based on some of the combine week comments. Now, he's 18 and that might just be his get down. I'm also too far away from the situation to have anything more than an outside opinion, but if I'm picking him, I'd want to be certain that that confidence was backed up by the work and not the dream that he's KD or T-Mac just because those are the guys he looks up to. Now, Trey Johnson is someone that I pretty frequently convince myself of the best and worst outcomes. He's a big time.
Alright. So basically another one has Edgecombe going to Philly. Another one going to Philly. Another one. Oh my god. Hold on. Alright. I really want to find one who takes Ace Bailey at 3. Alright. Alright. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. So I just want to find one that will take him at 3. Come on, just give me Ace Bailey at 3. That's all I want. That's all I want. I don't want Edgecombe. I don't want Harper. Give me Ace Bailey at 3. Oh, okay. You found one? Let me Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I just got it. Alright. All right, this is why the number 3 pick would take the Sixers to the next level.
All right, so there's a lot of debate going on right now about what the 76ers should do with their number 3 overall pick they have in this upcoming NBA draft. In my opinion, a pretty stacked draft class, especially when we're talking about like that top 10. And this happens a lot of times when we see these fringe contending teams get a hold of a really high pick, right? We've seen that happen a lot of times with the Warriors whenever they were in these periods of trying to get back
Yeah, I forgot about the Warriors at one time. I forgot about that.
into championship mode, they would get a hold of these really high draft picks. And there were a lot of conversations about what they should do with the picks. And the same thing is happening here for the 76ers. And it's really twofold. Either they hold on to the number 3 overall pick, or they move it away to try to get some more pieces to win now. My
Keep the pick.
issue with that second way of looking at it is this. Are you sacrificing the ability to win now by holding on to the pick? You know, like I really feel like we're underestimating the value that a number 3 overall draft pick can bring to a contender. Now, there are some horror stories in the past where a high lottery pick was included on a team and they weren't able to contribute at an extremely high level immediately, right? But there are also some success stories here and there as well. And why are we so quick to assume that holding on to that number 3 overall pick, which could end up being Ace Bailey, who I'm going to talk about in a second, why will we be so quick to think that automatically sacrifices the ability to win now? Now, you may be thinking if they trade that number 3 overall pick, maybe they can get some more reliable options around Joel Embiid, right? You could package that 3 overall pick with Paul George and get a guy like Lauri Markkanen or whoever.
It is really difficult to trade Paul George. Contract, way too bad. He is old. He played terrible. He cares more about the podcast, etc. I said this before. My guy Blaze Radio said this before. A lot of my friends said this. Lauri Markkanen. If you guys are able to get Lauri Markkanen, why not? But I'm still not trading the pick.
Else is out there currently on the market, and that's true. But if you are worried about Philly long-term, right, in the post-Joel Embiid era, and you're really worried about the idea of more injuries coming into play, it is the best idea possible to stockpile on as much young talent as you can. Teams see a lot of success when they're able to hold on to as many high draft picks they've been able to kind of hoard a bit over the years and develop over some time.
AKA the Thunder.
They get a lot of value out of that. So if we exit this particular season for the 76ers and they come up short again, right? They lose in the first round or the second round, or God forbid, the play-in tournament, or don't get to the playoffs at all. If that's how they end this season, at least you can walk away knowing they have a hold of a lot of really good young talent. If you are a franchise that is just struggling to get over the hump, wouldn't it be the best situation possible to have a cavalcade of young talent just sitting there on the roster? So let's think about it. If they go with Ace Bailey at 3, right? During the regular season, you have him. He's coming off the bench, possibly coming off the bench for Paul George. There is a lot of value in allowing a number 3 overall draft pick to develop a little bit, come off the bench, get some reps here and there, not fully have that starter role just yet in the contender. There's value in that. So if you go into this particular season holding on to that pick, and there's Joel Embiid there, there's Jared McCain back and healthy, there's Tyrese Maxey, and there's Paul George and that entire roster. If you go into that season and things don't go the way you want them to go, right, and you end up falling short, at least you can walk away that next offseason knowing, well, we still have Tyrese Maxey, right? We still have Jared McCain, who would have been Rookie of the Year if he did not get hurt this particular season. We still have a hold of Ace Bailey, right? We still have a hold of a number of really good young players. So if we need to kick off a rebuild, if we need to move into a different direction after this season.
This is where the Joel Embiid trade comes into play. This is where you have to pull the plug and just go, Embiid, you're out. See ya.
At least we can walk away knowing we have a hold of some really, really good assets on this roster as far as young players go. So again, to me, it never hurts to stockpile on as many young assets as you can, even if you are a team looking to get over the hump, because again, a couple of things can happen. There are some stories over the years where rookie players are able to provide a ton of value immediately to a playoff team. So I wouldn't underrate the idea of maybe Ace Bailey or Trey Johnson or whoever they choose to pick. I wouldn't look past the idea that they could come in and immediately impact impact winning. That does happen. A lot of times we look at rookies as just pieces to develop, and that's true, right? It's going to take a moment for a rookie to really realize themselves as a great player in the NBA, but there is still some value that they can provide to a contender or a team looking to get into contender status. And I'm going to say this too on the side. I really don't think we give the Sixers front office enough credit for how they've built things up over the last couple of seasons. I don't generally have any issue with how they've been roster building over the years.
You haven't been paying attention closely.
They got James Harden to pair alongside with Joel Embiid, right? Then you move away and you go get Paul George to pair alongside with.
How did that turn out with James Harden, bro?
Joel Embiid. And sure, some of these things may have not aged in the best way possible, but you can never walk away saying that they didn't try to at least get some great talent around Embiid, not even with transactional pieces in the offseason, but also through the draft, right? Tyrese Maxey was not a player they went and traded and got. They developed him from the draft up to now, and now he is an all-star and one of the best young guards in the entire league. Jared McCain as well, right? So there's a reason for fans to trust the possibility that the Sixers will choose not to move away with this number 3 overall pick. And again, I'm not a wizard. I'm not saying they're absolutely going to hold on to it, but I think there's a lot of reason to trust the idea that they'll hold on to the pick, especially given how they've generally developed talent throughout the last couple of years. I can say it again. Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, right? Jared McCain with the rookie season that we just saw him have. They have a really good track record of really cultivating young talent. Dare I say Ben Simmons, right? There was a point where Ben Simmons was an all-star player, was the best defensive player in the league. A lot of his issues were on his own, but like they developed him through the draft. He was rookie of the year. Like there was a point where Ben Simmons was a really good player. We just have to give this Sixers front office credit for building and cultivating young.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Of course you do.
Talent and still being able to fit it in some sort of a winning scheme. Like when Ben Simmons came in his first season, they were a playoff team. I believe they got to the second round.
It's like, it's not about the rotation for me. It's not about the players getting drafted and developing. It is that there's some cases where the Sixers move on to players too quickly. You look at Isaiah Joe. You look at like all these other guys they passed on. They let go, trade. Sure, the fit didn't work, etc. But there's some players that they hang on to that should have been gone, and they don't hang on to the players that should be here.
Right. So there's reason to trust in the idea that Philly can take this pick at number 3, hold on to it, and try to make something happen now. And even if nothing happens after this season, even if this season is an absolute failure, one thing you cannot walk away and say is that they don't have a hold of a lot of young pieces and assets. That was an issue maybe about a season and a half ago with the Lakers, right? We were worried about what the future with that franchise looked like with kind of these last years of LeBron James and Anthony Davis possibly being moved away and his prime days being over with. That's not something we can say right now about the 76ers. So there is a lot of value in trusting in this idea that they could hold on to this number 3 overall pick. There's enough talent in this draft class to get a number 3 overall pick who can come in and play in a way that it can contribute to winning, and he's actually an asset to the team more than anything else. So we'll see what happens, but I think it'll be very interesting. The conversation is nothing new because, again, I just said at the beginning of the video, the idea of a fringe contender, a team that's just trying to get over the hump, having a really high draft pick and contemplating whether or not they should hold on to that pick, that is a common conversation. So we'll see what Philly is able to do, but I am 100% on the side of holding on to this number 3 overall pick, seeing what you can get from him in his first season. And if all else fails this season, if you need to pivot, if you need to exit the Joel Embiid era, at least you can say you're walking out of the season with a cavalcade of really good young players you can kick off a rebuild with.
I agree. I agree with them for most of it. But there's one thing that he didn't say. Health. I hate bringing that up. It's for every player, but Sixers have a bad case of health. Exactly. It's not, yeah, it didn't even try to take away injuries last year. And it's a team that can. The East is wide open. KD might be moved by draft night. I think he might be moved before draft. Yeah, Melton, etc. There's a lot of play. I loved D'Anthony Melton. I was a big fan of D'Anthony Melton. Like, they wanted him. Like, they should have kept him. They should have kept him. So, yeah, guys. So there you have it. I'm gonna end this here. Appreciate everyone tuning in, bro. I'm gonna try to make this a weekly thing. Again, I know I'm keep on saying that, but make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. All the Sixers fans out there, get ready. The NBA draft is coming quicker than you think. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Appreciate everyone tuning in, guys. And I'm out. Peace.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not